Hello, Winter Cooperating Teachers. My name is Matt Vollum. If I haven't met you yet, good to meet you via video, I guess. First of all, thanks a lot for hosting a student teacher this year. This will be your student teacher's second experience in student teaching. They've gone through half days of elementary physical education student teaching, so they do have 10 weeks of student teaching, which they all have done a good job. So they should come in to your experience with ready to go and with some good experience in their background. Just a little bit about this experience. This is a split between physical education and health. As far as the schedule, if you is close to 50% of each of those. If there's other situations, we can talk about that, but I think I've talked with most people about the schedule. The university has gone to a co-teaching model. I'm a little slow to get to that point, but along with the co-teaching comes a lot of co-planning, some co-teaching of lessons, and really having both the teachers involved as the benefits the students, which is really number one. With that, I've included a timeline. Typically in the past I've sent out all these documents, but right now I'm just going to show you on this website here. This link will be included in an email. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to this website that's going to have all the information that you need. First of all, you'll have this video which I'm recording right now. You can see this one was for the fall, but this will be replaced with the one I'm recording right now. This is going to have all the paperwork you need. I only need 3 things from you by the end of the experience. Obviously, I'll be making visits and we'll have conversations. But as far as the paperwork, I try to keep that to a minimum. This first one here, if you click on this, that's going to take you to the midterm. This is designed to be a formative assessment. And as you can see, there's quite a few pages in it. This isn't meant to be done in one sitting. In the first 5 to 6 weeks, this should be kind of worked on a daily to weekly basis, and also should be shared with your student teacher. And then at about the 6-week mark, I'll ask for this to be turned back in to me. And again, this is totally formative. They're not getting graded on this, so really be critical on this and put in the things they need to work on, and any areas of need that you see. So make sure to be critical and honest in this assessment. The second thing is the final summative evaluation. This is a 1-page eval form that needs to be turned in at the end, and this can be sent directly to me. You can either download this to your computer and mark it and email it back, or you can send a hard copy. But it's a 1-page, just an overall, almost if you had to grade your student teacher, how would you grade them? The third thing down here is a letter of recommendation. Each of you, I'll ask for a letter of recommendation from you for the student teacher, and that can be turned in at the end. If you click to the second tab, if you click onto documents, this page has a little bit more information, just some helpful information. This is a general timeline. Talks about, in general, what your student teacher should be expected. You know, week 1, kind of some co-planning, sit down, find some time to talk, plan together. You can begin some co-teaching and maybe have your student teacher do some parts of a lesson. But the week 1 is kind of a get used to the classes, get to know some of the kids, and start getting themselves involved into your classes. As you move forward, week 2, week 3, they should begin to assume a little bit more responsibility. But I'm going to rely on the expertise of each of you as a cooperating teacher to use your best judgment. I will be making a visit during the first week of student teaching, just to, let me get back to the website, just to make sure everything's going well, and if you have any questions, things like that. Within about the first 5 or 6 days, I try to make all the visits just to do an introduction and just make sure that we're on the same page. So that is the website with the video that I'm recording right now. A couple other things. First of all, if there's ever any questions, any red flags, any concerns, please, please, please email or call me right away with those. And don't wait till the end. Those should be addressed right away, and So even if you have a hint of something, just check in with me and we can have a conversation about that. Lesson planning, they should be doing their lesson plans. Any part of a lesson or a full lesson or a full unit that they have responsibility for, they should be doing lesson plans. And I would really like them to have you looking at them and giving some feedback and maybe planning them together. I'm totally fine if they want to use some of your lesson plans, however it may be, as long as that conversation happens, that's very helpful. We use Google Drive to upload all lesson plans, so if you want to be included, that's the way I check in on lesson plans. They each have a folder that I have access to, they have access to, and if you want to gain access to that too, just ask your student teacher, and I'll have my student teachers talk to you about that as well, if that's the easiest way to check up on lesson plans. You certainly can have them print them out, you can go through it on paper if you want to, whatever you're most comfortable with. A big push for our program is professionalism. Your students should not be late. They should not be missing days. I understand there's sickness and emergencies, just as with any teacher, those come up. But otherwise, there's no excuses for ever being late. Dress should be good. There should be no questions of any professionalism issues. If something kind of triggers something in your head, like, not really sure about that, please let me know on that. There should be no excuses for any bad things in professionalism. So just make sure you communicate that to me right away, and those are some of the questions that I'll be asking as well. So if anything comes up, let me know. I'll be there in the first week. And again, I really thank you for working with our students, and look forward to meeting and talking with you soon.